You bring up Drivers Council, and that's one of the reasons I was excited you're coming on here. Tell me how you ended up. You were always nicknamed the mayor, and now you literally are the
By
mayor.
your boy Boyer, he stuck that on me.
And now you literally are the mayor.
So much crap in this sport.
but you're leading a consolidated effort, which we've never really had. Not with representation, right? So you're leading this effort. How did you get to be the guy, the mayor of this thing, and what are you guys working on?
That's a good question. As far as how I got that, honestly, it was kind of weird. I had 3 or 4 drivers at the same time, like within a week of each other, texting me, asking me if I could help do something. And to be honest, I like serving my community. I thought I wanted to be in politics before I got older and wiser and realized that's insane. Like, why would you want to do that? But this is my community. I mean, it really is. I mean, I feel attached to it. I want it to be better. And I had this situation where I had multiple drivers texting me, calling me, asking me if I would help them. And then, frankly, I didn't know if it could work. So I went and had conversations with a lot of people, car owners, NASCAR, a lot of people in NASCAR, drivers, clearly, just a lot of people in the industry. And the more I talk to people, the more I realize, hey, this can really help the industry. And it's not, the drivers just want to have a seat at the table. Like, the drivers understand that they shouldn't make every decision. Like, they understand that, but they want their input heard. They want at least to have a voice at the table. And I think the one of the tipping points for me was Atlanta, when they made the decision they're going to repave Atlanta and completely change it. The way all that got communicated wasn't cool. And then the drivers got riled up about it. And a lot of people were like, well, the whiny drivers or whatever, but they cared. Right? And we want our athletes to care. They're the superstars. There's no way around it. Nobody goes to watch. I mean, I love Richard Childress, but they don't go to watch Richard Childress own a car. They go to watch, his drivers drive the thing. And so they're the superstars. That's who they buy tickets to come see them, and they should have a seat at the table. And then from being, retired and out of the sport for a while, I know the things that older drivers deal with, and is there a way to prevent that stuff? So is there a way to move the ball on safety? Is there a way to move the ball on fan interaction? Is there a way to move the ball on making racing better? I mean, we all have the same goals. I mean, at the end of the day, NASCAR wants better racing. The tracks want better racing. The drivers, the fans, right? Who doesn't want it to be safer? Who doesn't? I mean, who doesn't want more people to want to be at the sport? I mean, we all have the same goals, but how do we get there?
Yeah.
And in order to do that, all of the key players in the sport need a seat at the table. All of the key players. And when you take 36 drivers and it's hard to get an opinion because you have 36 guys that don't really sit down and have a conversation together. If you can get them together, 22 of them agree. After a debate, an argument, a discussion, when you have 36, it's hard to get an opinion of a driver because you have 36 voices firing at you.
Yeah.
And so the goal isn't for us to all agree. The goal is for us to disagree.
Yeah.
And to have debate, and honest debate, based on facts and real information, not on I think this is why, here's why. And in order to get to that, you have to do it with facts, and you have to have the right information. So really that's what it's about. It's not about, it's not a players union. It's nothing like an NBA thing or an NFL thing. It's nothing like that. That would never work in this sport. And that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to have a collective voice, a seat at the table to move the ball forward, make things better.
Is it fair to say the owners got a bigger seat at the table with the charters, and it made the drivers' voices even less heard?
Well, I think it's fair to say that the charters changed the game and the way NASCAR and the owners work together. I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
Right.
I think the owners have a major investment, and they deserve to have a major seat at the table. And in my view, I want every car owner to get filthy rich owning a race car.
Which is hard to do.
But the entire sport's better if they do.
Yeah.
The more owners can be successful, the better it is for everybody, because that means that sponsorship's strong. That means fan interaction is strong. We have a strong sport if we have healthy car owners. And healthy car owners are going to pay drivers more. You know, what we need in this sport is owners just wanting really badly to hire the hot free agent.
Yeah, best guy.
Yeah, the best guy as opposed to the guy with the money.
That's what we need. And so having a healthy sport allows that. And ultimately, that's better for the drivers. I mean, we want
everybody across the board.
Spotters. We want car owners to say, I want you, man. I'm going to pay you because I want you. Mm-hmm. But they got to have the finances to do it. And so the drivers have to be part of a system that understands there's an ecosystem. And everybody's got to be successful. You can't own racetracks if you can't be profitable.
It's time for you to sell your home and make that big move. Let our friends at OfferPad remove all the worry and hassle. Get started today at OfferPad.com.